I get maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep a night. I'm just exhausted. This is just so draining. Even when I'm asleep, there's just a feeling of anxiety. There's a feeling of urgency. What can we do to stop this? What can we do to change this? Will anybody hear us? Will anybody listen? We've been emailing everyone from the premier on down, and they're not responding. We're just getting silence. It's just been it's been very traumatic. We moved back to Canada in 2011 because we have a disabled daughter and there's a school here for her, and also my husband was approached by the University of Calgary to take a position there. We found this property. It just seemed amazing, but there was one drawback, and that was that potentially the freeway was going in like right in our front yard. So like as a civil engineer, I did my due diligence. I called Alberta Transportation. I spoke with the engineer who was in charge of the project. He told me at that time that the elevation of 37th, which is turning into the ring road, would remain low. He told me that the ring road would go under Anderson, so the ring road would stay low, Anderson would go over. The intersection where the road goes from northbound Ring Road or 37th onto eastbound Anderson would actually be further from our house than it was. So he also said, go walk the berm. He said there's this huge berm, go and walk that. So we did that. I felt like we were protected. And then all of a sudden, early March of this year, I came out of the house and I was looking eyeball to eyeball with men driving bulldozers and taking that berm away. It was traumatic. Our entire neighborhood was completely blindsided by all of this. And by the time we knew what was going on, most of the green space was gone. My husband's looked at peer-reviewed research that looks into the negative health effects of living this close to a major freeway. There's dementia, childhood asthma, problems for people with diabetes, cardiovascular concerns. There's all kinds of health concerns. The things that they recommend to mitigate the damage, to minimize that damage, is a low elevation of the road, a long horizontal distance from the road, a berm and green space to help absorb the noise and the toxins. We had all of that in place and they removed it. The berm we were told it was the property of the City of Calgary and that it wouldn't be touched. Well, the City of Calgary, to our knowledge, did nothing to protect the citizens, to maintain those protections that they had fought so hard to have put in place.